Hi and welcome back to the channel on the college process. Once again, I'm Ed from Principia Prep, and today we're going to be going over the additional extending of the federal student loan forbearance and what you should be doing right now. But before we start, if you are new to the channel and are looking for additional college content, please hit the subscription button down below. It will notify you when new videos do come out. As well as if you do enjoy today's video, please give us a like. It does help the channel. As well as if you have any comments or questions throughout the entire video today, please leave your comments and questions down below in the comment section. I do answer all your comments and questions you guys leave here on the channel. As well as, once again, for the senior families of 21-22 senior year here, we are running the James Russo Memorial Scholarship. Once again, if you want to be eligible for this year's senior class, the scholarship we're giving out, once again, in the description down below is the link for the James Russo Memorial Scholarship. Just watch the video. It will show you guys how to apply for the scholarship. As well as down below in the description, we also have the organization's Venmo, as well as our buy us a coffee if you want to help support the channel to keep us making these videos for you guys. And all that being said, let's jump right into today's video. The additional extending of the federal student loan forbearance and what you should be doing right now. Now, what many of you may or may not know, just literally less than 24 hours ago, the U.S. Department of Education came out and indicated they're going to extend the federal loan forbearance. As you can see here, it's literally so new that they haven't even updated the U.S. Department of Education's website for financial aid forms or loans. What was supposed to end on February 1st, and basically all student loans, the Perkins, the federal direct loans, the Staffords, as well as the Parent Plus loans, were all going to go back in repayment starting on February 1st. But what happened was, literally just less than 24 hours ago, the U.S. Department of Education came out and said, we're going to extend it an additional 90 days. So essentially, you guys got an early Christmas present here, because what was supposed to happen is, literally in about 30 days or so, everyone who had student loan debt out there, whether it's parent loans or whether it's student debt, you had to start repaying back all your loans on a monthly basis starting on February 1st. But now it's been extended up until May 1st. Now, obviously, this affects a lot of people because there are over 41 million people out there that have student loan debt out there. So it does help you guys. It basically gives you a longer runway of not having to make payments, or if any payments you make will automatically drop down the entire amount that you send in, the principal amount. Now, basically, this all started essentially 2 years ago when the CARES Act took place to basically start the forbearance process, where the forbearance was put in place for all federal debt out there, the Perkins, the Staffords, the federal direct loan, as well as the Parent Plus loans. All of it has basically been in forbearance for essentially 2 years now. And now we're going to get even a longer runway here, an additional 90 days to get you to May 1st. Now, obviously, this is not what a lot of people wanted to hear. A lot of people wanted to get the $10,000 forgiveness put in place or the $50,000 forgiveness put in place. So let's talk about what we think here is going to happen going forward. Now, obviously, this is the second time they're kind of kicking the can down the road scenario where they're allowing more time for parents, for students to basically figure out how to pay down their debt or basically have a little bit more leeway, mostly because of the pandemic. It doesn't seem to be, obviously with the new variant, more cases are spiking, so more people are showing up with COVID or some form of COVID. So obviously it's affecting the economy. So basically the US government basically said, let's give everyone basically an extra 90 days on top of the February 1st deadline to have just in case they need it because of everything going on. Now, that being said, we're still not holding powder and trying to figure out, are we going to get the $10,000 off? Are we going to get the $50,000 off? Are we going to get nothing off at this point in time? Obviously, a lot of parents are sitting at home, a lot of students are sitting at home wondering, what should we do? So right now, basically, we have about essentially a little bit over 120 days until May 1st. So what should we be doing? Well, I'm going to put you guys into basically 3 different categories. Category number 1 is going to be families that or students that have less than $20,000 in debt. Category number 2 is going to be students that have over $20,000 in debt to about $100,000 in debt. And category number 3 are going to be students and families that have $100,000 and plus in student loan debt, specifically the federal student loan debt. Because once again, the only loans going into forbearance, the only ones that do not have to be paid back right now, are the federal loans. Once I mentioned before, the Perkins, the Stafford, the federal direct loans, as well as the Parent Plus. So for category number 1, the students and families that have less than $20,000 in debt, what I would be doing if you guys is aggressively paying down this debt. Mainly because you have essentially 120 plus days here to knock out the debt at a 0% interest rate. So if you haven't already been aggressively paying down your debt, I would basically focus that mindset, because this is the second time they've extended this as far as the forbearance. Maybe they'll extend it again, maybe we'll get forgiveness, maybe we won't. Now, if you're sitting there wondering, well, what if I just want to sit here and wait to see if they're going to basically forgive a certain amount of debt, which will help me out? Very simple. What I would be doing is, if you don't want to aggressively be paying down your debt for the federal loans, what I would be doing is basically setting up in a savings account and putting money in there, money that you're not going to touch. Basically with the idea of, at the last moment, let's say sometime in April, maybe April 20th or April 25th, if we don't get an extension again for forbearance, or we don't hear anything for the forgiveness of the loans, what I would do is take that entire amount you've been saving, send it over, knock down the loan before the interest gets hit again starting May 1st. Now category number 2, the families have 20,000 to 100,000. Same situation for you guys here. I would be doing the same exact thing. I would be aggressively paying down these loans at this point in time to knock it down. I don't think putting up a savings account for you guys makes that much sense because of the fact you have so much student loan debt that even if you guys got the 10,000 off or the 50,000 off, if you had more than that, obviously it's better to be aggressive now and be paying the money down. If you want to hold on to it and make a savings account like group number 1, it's fine. But if I was me, I would be aggressively sending payments. And as you get closer for group number 2 to that May 1st deadline, I would be looking to refinance. We will be having a video here on the best refinancing companies for student loan debt in about another month or two once we get closer to that May 1st deadline. And group number 3, what I would be doing for you guys is I would definitely be setting up a savings account. It's basically putting money in there to get as much as money in there as possible saved up so the closer we get to that May 1st deadline, by the time we get to, let's say, April 25th, 26th, 27th, sometime in that time frame, I would be looking to send that entire bunch of money I've saved up, send it all over the loan. For group number 3, the people that are over 100,000, I would essentially wait to the last possible minute. It's very likely the best case scenario we're going to get is maybe 10,000 off. That's a maybe situation, just in case at the last moment they don't extend again, so I can knock down the debt at least a decent amount. Then for you guys in group number 3, I would definitely be looking to refinance, very likely at the end of April. Once again, we will have a video coming out explaining which refi companies are the best for the federal student loan debt. Now, for that being said, for my perspective, for all 3 groups, they have now kicked the can down the road for the second time, essentially. So it does look like their game plan right now is just to keep putting extensions in place while the economy and COVID and the pandemic kind of ease up or get into a better place, let's call it. So for all of you watching here, I would take this gift they've given you, the extra 90 days, to put together a game plan. From my perspective, very likely best case scenario as far as loan forgiveness is concerned from the federal side, it's very likely the best case scenario we're going to get is maybe 10,000 off. That's a maybe situation because once again, they keep kicking the can down the road. That being said, I would not be focusing all my attention on hoping to get that 10,000 off, especially even if you get the 10,000 off. To be honest with you, if you have over 20,000 in debt, yes, it will help drop it down, but to make your cause even better for yourself, you should be aggressively paying down your debt as we get closer to that May 1st deadline. And all that being said, thank you for watching today's video. If you do enjoy today's content, please leave us a like. It does help the channel. Also, for those out there who have any comments or questions, please leave them down below in the comment section. I do answer all your comments and questions. As well as, once again, for the senior families, for the 21-22 senior class, we do have the James with Zamora scholarship running this year. If you want to be eligible for the scholarship, very simple. Down below in the description is the link for the video. It'll explain to you guys on the video how to apply. As well as also down below in the description is our organization's Venmo, as well as our Buy Us a Coffee, if you want to help support the channel to allow us to keep making these videos for you guys. And all that being said, on the screen right now is our contact information. If you need any help with the financial aid process or the admissions process or have any questions on the student loan process, please feel free to reach out to us. That's my cell phone number on the screen. You can either text me or send me a call. Texting me is actually the fastest way to getting a hold of me, or even just send me an email if you want to do that as well. And other than that, thank you for watching today's video. Once again, I'm Ed from Principia.